Square Enix announces it tanked 140 million in losses due to content abandonment, though there's no clue as to what's been dropped. Anyway, this comes by George, aka Edgy Two Swords, aka Only Guy Better Beard Than I. I thought this was really interesting. They I just can't believe that they reckon. So it says here they recognized that approximately 22 billion or 140 million in content abandonment on its books for the fiscal year. So like, what does that mean exactly? That they worked on DLC and dropped it, or they worked on games and dropped it? But like, that's a lot of money to lose on abandonment, I'd imagine, right?
It definitely is, yeah.
I don't want to know what they abandoned. I know. Don't they just make like What did they make? Final Fantasy. Did they make like a Dragon and
Dragon Quest?
Dragon Quest. Rob, what are some other Square Enix games? Do you know? I don't know. I just feel like you know.
Kingdom Hearts.
Am I allowed to talk this time?
You are, sir. You are.
Wow. Square Enix. I mean, yeah, it's pretty much Final Fantasy, Dragon Quest. I feel like Like a Dragon is like Sega now, though.
That's
yeah,
Sega,
I think,
yeah.
Yeah, they're the publisher for that. As far as other stuff, God, what has Squeenix done lately?
Squeenix? I've never heard that, but I love it. Squeenix.
That's an old one. I honestly don't like. I don't feel like it's been like maybe some Dragon Quest, but like it feels like Final Fantasy has been pretty much their focus. I honestly do not remember what they've come out with.
Nier, but they haven't done anything with that since they did the
one and done.
What, Nier?
Yeah.
It was, but it's another big one that they did. But a lot of it is like Final Fantasy, Octopath Traveler. Final Fantasy is the majority at this point. Dragon Quest, which just released another game. It's just so like content abandonment. So yeah, either they had DLCs planned or they started games and then completely scrapped them in terms of something else. It's a joke, I guess, in the article where they were talking about like Kiryu, which is the new CEO, will finally drop his bizarre fascination with AI and, dare I hope, NFTs. So like, I guess a lot of assets have been put in, like money and stuff have been put into games to make them look better and everything, and then they scrap that and then they go, because I feel like that's the type of development team that Square is, right? They'll start working on something and then if they don't like it, they completely scrap it and then start over. And I can imagine that that's what happened, is that they've probably invested so much money into upcoming games, like trying to make sure Final Fantasy VII Rebirth was like perfect for the like what they saw for it, and then they scrapped it a few times, and then they pushed it back, and then they did this and did that, but there's no actual note of like where they like lost the money, like what did they develop into that is just gone. But 140 million is a lot.
Right, yeah, exactly. That's what makes me curious. I feel like that was either like a few different games that were like halfway through and they're like, yeah, JK, never mind. But I don't know. It just seems so weird. Also, I didn't know this guy had a fascination with AI and NFT. The NFT thing, like, dude, it's a dead duck. Like, just don't, like, leave it in the past. NFTs are actually stupid. And if you invest in one, I dare say you're stupid. AI, I think that is just unfortunately the natural future. I think we're going to see I think during this like video game downfall, we're going to see AI taking over and like taking jobs over. Like, oh, we don't need why do we need a team when we can just have AI remaster a high definition game? I 100% that's what's
AI will get you 80% of the way there, and you still have to do the work.
Yeah, 80%. So like you could still, but that's much better than 100%. You know.
I mean, sure, it definitely helps out with coding projects and the like, especially since it's helped me build a Excel sheet. I don't really see a problem with it, I guess. It's kind of a bit of a hot take on my end, but I don't know. It's weird. It's like this new gray area, and I don't know how to feel about it, because on the one hand, yeah, it's getting more and more useful by the day, but on the other...
We talked about it a while ago. I don't remember if you guys were there for it, but Ubisoft has an AI called literally Ghostwriter, and it's for writing conversations for their games, and it's just so stupid.
It's so terrible. Oh my god.
You know, I really love that burger. Like okay.
God, I hope I don't get assassinated in this Assassin's Creed game.
They said they were using it for like background conversation, nothing like for primary, like actual stuff you care about. But I don't trust it. I'm sorry, you were saying George?
Oh yeah, no, I was saying like it's actually probably a really good indicator of where they lost it. It's right on the screen now. And a continuation of their promise to review developmental processes from scratch. So they're scrapping all of these projects and stuff to begin again in hopes of like development of like better HD games and where the money in like, I guess, focus of new like content is going. So they essentially are like, yeah, let's make this game. Final Fantasy, let's go. Nah, scrap it. Start over. Do it again. It doesn't look good enough. Make it look better. Make it look better. Better.
No, do it. Yeah. I mean, I think out of all of us, I've never played Square Enix games. I've never played Final Fantasy. I've never played Dragon's Quest. Or what do you call it, Wob? Squeenix?
Yeah, Squeenix.
Squeenix. That's what you call it.
You never heard that?
I've never heard it. Not even once.
That's a term that's been around for years, man. Where have you been?
Yeah, we gotta shorten everything, so you can't say Square Enix. You gotta just merge it together.
Huh. Derek, how do you feel about this loss? Are you worried for your Final Fantasy games?
No. So they also make Kingdom Hearts as well.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Yeah, Square Enix is Kingdom Hearts.
Okay.
So you know where all Square Enix money goes? And it is scrapped projects that never see the light of day. It's these terrible mobile games they release.
Yes.
Did you know Final Fantasy VII had a battle royale?
Yes.
It lasted only a year. Did you know they had a like 20 Dragon Quest mobile games that did nothing? There's been like random anime mobile games they make like that shut down all after like a year. I think they have like one or two mobile games that they like continuously update, and that's it, and that do well for them. But they like the Final Fantasy Battle Royale game was like the graphics of Final Fantasy VII Remake for your phone, which definitely wasn't cheap to make. Let alone like they're pumping out these mobile games literally like monthly. So I think that's where a big part of their money goes. They also like haven't really released stuff in a while. They did like the Final Fantasy VII Remake Part 2 this year. But before that was like the first part, like a couple of years ago. Like we don't get Dragon Quest very often, unless it's like a spin-off game. They did like Dragon Quest Treasures or whatever it was. And then what was it, Rob? Dragon Quest Monsters came out last year.
Mm-hmm.
Kingdom Hearts barely ever sees the light of day. So
why does it take so long to make those games? Is it because of Disney?
It's Disney, yeah.
It's probably licensing hell, honestly.
It Disney.
It did.
Mickey takes his cut, whether you want him or not.
Another Square mobile game that, Derek, I'm sure you'll probably play, but they have another Kingdom Hearts game that was originally supposed to come out in 2022 that I'm sure that they are still investing a ton of money in to make it look like you're playing it on a PS5 or at least a PS4, which is Kingdom Hearts Missing Link.
Right. They go above and beyond with these mobile games for no reason.
But why? It's just like, I don't get it.
Like the mobile market here is like pretty crazy. The mobile market over there is insane.
Really?
Like if you have a crazy mobile game that takes off in the East, it's you're rich. You never have to do anything again.
I can see that. I know over there, like the Switch is intensely popular. Like
People still
walking
play
around-
their
yeah.
3DS and do
Oh, I can see that.
they were doing the Street
Dude.
Pass up until literally the last day.
I would love for that. You know, just walk like, oh, a street pass.
Yeah.
Glory be. I think recently, maybe it wasn't recently. Someone like got like Miyamoto Street Pass or something, and they just like never used a 3DS ever again to make sure it wasn't.
And it's gotta, you know what? It's crazy because that 3DS has to be worth millions now
Right.
because no one else could ever get it again now.
Right. I mean, I know, yeah, but so you know, I like that they're cracked the code. It's just in their weird mobile games. And one last note: when is Kingdom Hearts 4?
2137.
Awesome, nice, super excited. Yeah, woo!
Friendship's my power.
All right, last but not least, we got some. We want to talk about Starfield Shattered Space. This is an article personally picked by Rob. Hold on a second. Oh, there we go. I just want to. Yeah, thank you. That's why I don't want standing ovation.